guys, so I am here for another R&B guitar lesson for beginners, and I'm just going to kind of show you some cool little things you can do with major 7 chords to kind of spice it up a little bit, and yeah, these are things that you can just do anywhere. So I'll show you what I'm going to teach you, and then I'll teach you what I'm going to show you. Something like that. So that was pretty simple, right? All I was doing was going from A major 7 to D major 7. Alright? And I was doing a couple little simple things in between. I didn't play anything super fast. I didn't stand on my head or play behind my head. Or anything crazy like that. But just adding little things sometimes can make it sound a little bit cooler. So let me show you exactly what I was doing. A major 7 first, for those of you that don't know. Let me teach you how to play that chord. On your low E string at the 5th fret, you're going to take your first finger and play the 5th fret of the low E string. Then you're going to take your middle finger and place it on the 5th fret of the B string. Take your ring finger and place it on the 6th fret of the D string, and your pinky on the 6th fret of the G string. And you have... Alright, so that's A major 7. Then, D major 7. Alright, I am taking my first finger and I'm barring the 5th fret of the A strings all the way on down. Then I'm taking my middle finger and I'm putting it on the 6th fret of the D string. The 6th fret of the G string. Okay, then I have my ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string and my pinky on the 7th fret of the B string. Okay, it sounds like this. And I have a pick, but I'm not using it just because, I don't know, I just don't feel like it, to be honest. So, that is D major 7. And all I'm doing, A, I'm in the key of A, so I'm just going from the 1 to the 4. Okay, pretty simple. So, the stuff that I'm doing in between. First of all, let me kind of show you the technique that I was using to play. I'm just kind of grabbing, so I'm hitting the bass note first. Okay, and then I'm using these 3 fingers. What sorry? Okay, I'm not from the west side at all, sorry. But I'm using these 3 fingers to play the D, the G, and the B strings. Okay, you can do whatever you want. Make it sound however you want it to sound. So what I was doing there, I was just randomly picking strings, okay? But for the sound that I was doing, I'm kind of starting on the 4th fret, and I'm sliding up to that 5th fret. Okay, so real slow, starting at the 4th fret, sliding up. Okay, so and then going to that 4 chord, which is D major 7. Okay, kind of the same idea. I'm hitting with my thumb the bass note, which I'm pulling the A string, and then I'm using these 3 fingers to pull the G, B, and the D, G, and B string. Okay, so again. Okay, so let's just keep it simple right here. Alright, what did I do there? All I did was I added a passing chord. And passing chords, think about them as before you're about to go to the next chord that you're going to. In this progression, I only have 2 chords, A major 7 and D major 7. So when I'm on that D major 7, before I go to the A major 7, I'm going to pass the G major 7 chord, just as a passing chord. Okay? And G major 7 is the exact same shape as A major 7, but you just move it down a whole step. Okay, so now I have my first finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, my ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and my pinky on the 4th fret of the G string. And then you go back to the beginning. Now, in my opinion, passing chords are all about timing. You can play literally so many different passing chords. It's the timing of it that makes it sound cool. So I'll show you again the place that I will put it. A major 7. So if you notice, I didn't stay on it. I didn't stay on it very long. I just kind of pulled it twice. Almost like a real sneaky little. Okay, so that's what I did there. So when you play passing chords again, it's the timing of it, and think kind of different. You don't have to be like right on the beat. You can be kind of in between the beat. Just kind of use your ear. All right. So another thing that I'm doing is I'm using my I'm using the bass notes to kind of walk up to the chord. So in the same way that we slid into the chord, okay, I'm kind of starting back 3 half steps back. So I'm starting on, for example, D major 7 is at the 5th fret. So I'm going back, I'm still on the A string, I'm going back to the 3rd string, or I'm sorry, the 3rd fret of the A string. Sorry, a little loud. Okay. Okay, so I'm going da da da. Okay, another thing I'm doing is I'm waiting to add my pinky later. Okay, so I'm going to show you so far just the things that I've done. Sliding into A major 7. Sliding into D major 7. Pinky last. I'm going to walk up to it. Okay, did you see how I did that? I went to passing chord. Okay, to the A major 7. That's just one idea, walking up to the note. Okay, well I guess 2 ideas, and then you can also use the passing chord. All right, in the same way that you walked up to the D major 7 chord. Okay, you can walk up to the A major 7. Okay, so the idea is to not just memorize exactly this progression. I mean, because it's just 2 chords, but to memorize the concepts, the idea that whenever you're going to a major 7 chord, you can go back 2 half steps and walk up to it. Okay? Okay, I'm just walking up to it. See, I added that passing chord in there, that G major 7 passing chord. All right. Then another idea: instead of walking up to a chord, you can also walk down to a chord. So, instead of I'm gonna go down this time. Are you seeing what I'm doing there? I'm just walking down. So in the same way you went 2 half steps back, 1, 2, and you walked up, you can go 2 half steps forward, 1, 2, and walk down. Okay? And I'm not planning what I'm doing. I'm just kind of feeling it, whatever I feel like doing in the moment, whatever I hear in my head, just kind of doing that. So those are already, you have like 5 options. You can walk up to the 4 chord, you can walk up to the 1 chord, okay? Or you can walk down to the 4 chord. You can also walk down to the 1 chord, and then you have your passing chord. Okay, your G major 7 passing chord. Now, doesn't matter what key you're in. All the passing chord is just a whole step back from wherever chord you're going to. Okay, the 1 chord. Okay, so those are some cool ideas. So another thing that you can do is you can kind of add little colors and licks in there using the A major scale. Okay, you're on A major 7. Okay, you can use the A major scale. Okay, You can use the relative minor, which is F sharp minor. Okay, so if I'm at A, I'm going to go back 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. And that will be the root that I know I can use that minor pentatonic scale. I'll just show some ideas of things that I would do if I was playing this progression. So yeah, come up with your own cool licks and ideas. Keep it simple. Doesn't have to be difficult or anything like that, complex. Just come up with any kind of lick ideas that you think will sound good right there. All right. So the last kind of concept that I'm going to teach is the idea of when you're on the 4 chord and you're going back to the 1 chord, which we are. So we're going from D major 7 to A major 7. You can also make that 4 chord minor, okay, before you come back to the 1. So you have, okay, and that sounds really boring like that, but I'll show you just kind of how you can kind of throw it in there. D major 7, you're here. D minor 7, you're going to take your middle finger, move it down to the B string, and then you're going to lift your pinky up, and that's D minor 7. Okay, so not too much different, okay, from D major 7. All right. So what I'm gonna do is just show you some different ways that you can do that. So you got pick. So yeah, just do it in there real quick. Alright, so I'm going to play through just jam groove using all the things we talked about, and you should know what I'm doing because I've explained everything that I'm going to do. I'm not going to add anything. I'm not going to play on my head or behind my neck or nothing like that. I'm just keeping it really simple. This is for beginners. So check it out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so yeah, I try to keep it as simple as possible. I hate when people teach something and then add all this other stuff and you're like, wait, what was that? What you do? So I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to teach you something simple. Hey, keep what you like, throw out what you don't like. That's what it's all about. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I hope that helps somebody to grow just a little bit further. Keep pushing, keep striving, keep practicing. If your fingers don't hurt, you ain't doing nothing. So you got to keep practicing. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? All right. Later, guys. Peace.